All right, guys, the first ones up are going to be stock buggy. Turn marshals are going to be Omar, Steve, and I need 2 volunteers, please. Need 2 volunteer turn marshals. Can I get 2 volunteers? 1. Are you running stock buggy, Corey? Okay. All right, need 1 volunteer, guys. Need 1 volunteer. All right, thank you, buddy. All right, here we go. We're going to start the timer right now. Yeah. My drivers are going to be Joey Andre, Kyle Newhouse, Mike McFarland, Vince McMahon, Sean O'Hara, and Kermit.
I don't think you have him on the indie stock. My name is Luis Torres. I have them.
Oh, why did I put you in Omar? Never mind. All right, I'll change it.
I'm in Indy and 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, I got you in there, but the wrong name. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, Lewis. I got you in the wrong name. All right, so everybody's checked in but Kermit. Okay, so you got there? All right. And what's the no back there in the corner? They're both named Lewis? No, Lewis, you stay there. Lewis, your cousin. Yeah, down there. I need him in the middle down there. Yep. All right, waiting for Kermit. He's always late.
Actually, it's before 7, Kermit. You got 2 minutes before 7.
Yeah, it's 7:01 now. Which All right, guys, here we go. Let's get them gridded up. All right, guys, this is race number 1 out of 4, round number 1. Thursday Night Thunder's kicking off right now. Joey Andre, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Kyle. Mike. Vince. Sean. Kermit. And we're off. Race number 1 out of 4, round number 1. Once you guys put a couple laps down, I'll go in the race order. And right now we're at that 1 down, 4 minutes to go. Joey right now in the lead on a 17.516 pace. Mike on a 17.517. Vince in third on a 16.511. Sorry, Vince now on a 15.503. Now Kermit in the third on a 15.503. Vince in the fourth on a 15.503. Kyle in the fifth on a 14.505. And Sean O'Hare in the sixth on a 14.517. Mike McFarland, your leader right now. Last lap, 18.5. Joey in the second. Last lap, 22 flat. Vince in the third. Last lap, 18.9. Kermit in the fourth, 19.7. And Kyle last lap, 19.3. Fastest lap in this race is Joey Andre in lap number 2 with 18.2. And right now, Vince McMahon in that third right now, 4 seconds back off a second behind Joey. Mike McFarland right now on a 17.517 pace. 2 down, 3 to go. And Mike McFarland, lap number 7 with an 18.1. Joey last lap 19.1. Vince last lap 18.4 for Vince McMahon, new fast lap. Kermit last lap 19 flat, and Kyle Newhouse last lap 19 flat. Sean O'Hara last lap 21.8. And right now, Joey Andre in that second spot. He is 6 seconds off that leader. Both Mike McFarland on a 16.503. Joey on a 16.509, Vince McMahon on a 16.514. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. And new fast lap for Mike McFarland with an 18.1 in lap number 9. Kermit last lap 18.8, currently in that 4th spot, 4 seconds back off a third behind Vince. Race number 2, independent stock buggy. You guys are up. It's going to be Luis Torres, Keith Shivers, Ina Ganick, and Daniel Falcone. And right now, Kermit in that 3rd spot. He is 3 seconds back off a third. Kyle Newhouse right now in the 5th spot on a 15.5 flat. New fast lap for Kyle, 18.7. Last lap was a 19.2. Mike is your leader right now, and he is 8 seconds over Joey Andre, who's currently in that 2nd spot. Mike McFarland last lap 18.2. Joey last lap 18.6. Vince last lap 18.6. That is your top 3 with less than 1 to go. Kyle Newhouse now moves up into the 4th. Kermit into the 5th. Vince McMahon in that 3rd spot. He is now 3 seconds back off a second behind Joey. Mike McFarland now back up to a 17-lap pace, 17.518. Now 5:17 is his pace. 25 seconds to go. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Joey, you're done. Vince, Kyle, you're done. Mike McFarland, you're done. And that looks like it's everybody. Joey Andre taking the victory, setting early TQ, 16.503. Vince McMahon coming in second, 16.509. Kyle Newhouse taking the third, 16.516. All right, that is it for race number 1. Right now it's race number 2 in the stock buggy.
NewRedHobbies? What are those leopards we have on sale for? 39? 39. Yeah, what are they?
Okay, yeah, that'll be race number 2, or race number 3.
All right. And I got
Arnell.
more coming in next week. We run out. I think we got about 20 left, but they're running pretty hot. But I got a whole stack of them coming. 150 of them coming next week also. Because these are good batteries.
It didn't count a lap.
All right, so that last race, Mike McFarland actually pulled the victory out. 17 laps and whatever, hold on. 17 laps, let's just say, yeah, 17. So it was Mike McFarland taking the victory, Joey Andre in the second, Vince McMahon in the third, Kyle in the fourth, and so on. All right, guys, here we go. I need Luis to check in. Luis? And Danielle Falcone. He's not counting. All right, he's checked in. All right, guys, here we go. Independent stock buggy, race number 2 out of 4. All right, Luis, you're going to be going up first so you get up there in the front. All right, here we go. Race number 2 out of 4. Luis Torres, you're going on the horn in less than 5. Keith. Ina. And Daniel. And we're off. Race number 2 out of 4. As soon as you guys put a couple laps down, I'll go in the race order. And right now we're coming up on that 1 down, 4 minutes to go. There it is, 1 down, 4 to go. Luis Torres right now, your leader on a 15.519 pace. Keith in the second on a 13.505. Ina in the third on a 13.507. Daniel Falcone in the fourth on a 13.518. Daniel right now 9 seconds back off a third behind Luis Torres. Keith right now your leader. Last lap for Keith 21.2. Ina last lap 23.1. Luis 28.6. And Daniel Falcone, last lap, 24.6. $3:15 to go. Ina Ganick, right now, your leader. Last lap for Ina was a 20.2. Luis, you're in second. 21.3. Daniel Falcone up into the third. Now he's in the fourth. Keith Shivers in the third. Last lap for Keith, 21 flat. And Daniel in that fourth, 25.4. And Ina last lap with a 19.3, new fast lap for Ina. And currently right now, she's on a 14.509 pace. Luis on a 14.520. Luis right now 11 seconds back off the leader. Last lap for Luis 20.5. Last lap 20.6. Keith on a 13.505 pace. Keith 21.2 last lap. And Daniel Falcone on a 12 lap 5 flat. Last lap for Daniel 24 flat. New fast. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. Up next is race number 3, and that is Stock Truck. And Luis right now in that second spot is 5 seconds back off the leader behind Ina. And now Luis is 4 seconds back off that leader. Ina last lap 20.1, Luis 21.3, Keith 23.2, and Daniel 28.3 coming up on that 1-minute mark. 1 minute to go. And right now, with Luis, is only 2 seconds back off that leader right now. Ina and Luis battling for that early TQ. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you done. Keith, you're done. Luis, you're done. Ina, you're done. Track is hot. Track is hot. And everybody's done. Ina taking the victory, setting early TQ, 14.501. Luis, 14.507. Keith, third, 13.5 flat. And Daniel in the 4.12, 5.29. All right, that is it for 2. Right now, we're at race number 3. I need one volunteer for Ina Ganick, please. I need a volunteer for Ina. She's running back to back. All right, thank you, Joey. Shoe here.
That's a brand new shoe for me, and it's never been fucking worn. So
okay.
It's not nasty, but it's brand new.
Okay. It's a brand new nasty shoe. All right, looks like we're all checked in. All turn marshals are out there. We're ready to rock. Let's bring them on up, guys. Let's bring them on up. All right, guys. Sean O'Hara out there? Huh? Oh, is that his car? Okay.
What's up?
All right, guys. Stock truck race number 3 out of 4. Ina Ganick, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Kyle. Sean O'Hara. Vince. Tyler. And Mike. And we're off. Race number 3 out of 4. Once you guys get a couple laps down, I'll go in that race order. And right now we got one down, 4 minutes to go. Mike McFarland right now, your leader on a 16.511 pace. Vince in the second on a 15.502. Kyle Newhouse in the third on a 15.515. Tyler in the fourth. Now Tyler up in the third on a 14.503. Kyle on a 14.515 in that fourth. Ina Ganick in the fifth on a 14.518, and Sean O'Hara in the sixth. Now Sean O'Hara in the fifth on a 13.502. Tyler all the way down in the sixth, 3:30 to go. Mike McFarland last lap 20.2. Vince last lap 22.2. Kyle Newhouse in the third 21.9. Ina last lap 21.5. Sean 21.2. 3:15 to go. Mike McFarland right now on a 16.513 pace. Vince on a 15.507. Kyle Newhouse in the third on a 14.509. Ina Ganick in the fourth on a 14.512. Ina right now 3 seconds back off a third behind Kyle. 2:45 to go. All right, man.
Good night.
2:30 on the clock. It is Mike, Vince, Tyler, Kyle, Ina, and Sean O'Hara. That's the running order. Mike McFarland, new fast lap with an 18.9 in lap 7. And Vince, 19.6, last lap around. Ina Ganick in that fifth spot. And Kyle Newhouse in that fourth. Kyle right now 2 seconds back off a third behind Tyler. Sean O'Hara, new fast lap, 20.4. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go. It is Mike McFarland right now on that 16.511 pace. Vince on the 15.514. Tyler Newhouse in the third on the 14.511. Kyle Newhouse in the fourth on a 14.513. Sean O'Hara in the fifth on a 14.517. Sean right now is 5 seconds back off the fourth behind Kyle. Ina Ganick in the sixth on a 13.504 pace. 1:20 to go. Up next, last race of round number 1 will be four-wheel drive buggy. Corey Ferguson, Joey Andre, Luis Torres, and Steve Marine. And right now, we are now at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. Mike McFarland last lap 19.2. Vince 19.5. Tyler 20.9. Kyle Newhouse now moves up in the third 20.5. Tyler in the fourth. Sean O'Hara last lap 24 flat in. Ina in the sixth 25.4. And Kyle Newhouse right now in that fourth spot is just 1/10 of a second off of third behind Kyle. And Vince McMahon, fastest lap in this race so far in that last lap, 18.7 in lap number 13. 10 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Kyle, you're done. Ina, you're done. Vince, you're done. Tyler, you're done. Sean, you're done. Track is hot, track is hot, track is hot, track is hot. And Mike, everybody's done. Mike McFarland takes the victory, sets the early TQ, 16.520. Vince in the second, 15.504. And Kyle Newhouse in the third, 14.501. Followed by Tyler, Sean, and Ina. All right, that's it for race number 3. Right now, it is race number 4.
broke a bulkhead and a top plate.
What told you hit?
A car hit me and sent me right into the pipe, and that was all she wrote.
You know, if you just calm down and try a little harder, you know, you might be, you might be able to do better.
Internet down.
Huh?
Internet down.
Yes.
No wonder. Everything's running so slow. All right, let's see. Ina's out there. Kyle's out there. Mike's out there. All right. Joey, can you check it in, Joey? All right, what about Steve? All right, that's Steve. And Joey. There we go. Yep, everybody's got. I got everybody. All right, let's grid them up. All right, guys, last race of the first round. This is race number 4 out of 4. This is four-wheel drive buggy. Corey Ferguson. You are going on the horn in less than 5. There we go. Joey. Luis. And Steve. And we're off. And right now we're at the 1 down, 4 minutes to go. Joey Andre, right now you're a leader on a 17.517 pace. Corey Ferguson in the second on now in the lead on a 15.5 flat. Luis Torres in the second, 15.501. Steve in the third, 15.508. And Joey in the fourth, 15.510. 3:35 to go. Corey last lap 20.5. Luis 19.5. Luis is in the third. All right, so Luis Torres in the lead, 19.6 last lap. Joey 19 flat. Corey 20.5. It looks like Corey might be out. Steve in the third, 19.4. Yep, we are down to 3. And Luis Torres right now 4 seconds back off that leader behind Joey. And with Steve in that third, he is right now 5 seconds back off, a second behind Luis, and 9 seconds off the leader. .245 to go. Joey, right now, your leader, last lap 19 flat. Luis Torres, last lap 20.1. Steve, last lap 19.7. And Joey right now on a 16.512 pace. Luis on a 15.503. And Steve in the third, 15.506. And right now we got less than 2 to go, less than 2 to go. And Joey Andre with an 18.9 last lap around. His fastest lap is an 18.5 in lap number 2. Luis, you have a fast lap of a 19.5 in lap 3. Steve, a 19.4 in lap number 4. And Luis Torres, new fast lap, 18.9 in lap number 11. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. So it is Joey right now. Joey Andre with an 18.4 in lap number 12. And right now he's on a 16.511 pace. Luis on a 15.502. And Steve on a 15.519. $20 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Oh, man, I gotta go pee again. Luis, you're done. Joey, you're done. And everybody's done. Joey Andre takes victory. Sets early TQ 16.514. Luis second 15.503. And Steve 14.509. All right, guys, it is 7:38. 8 o'clock, we're going to go into round number 2. Track's open for practice. Oh, man. Can someone grab these sheets real quick, please? I'm trying to get this everything. Joey, come here.
Are you really from Rocky Point? Huh? You're really from Rocky Point? Where?
My uncle, I have to find out the road because I remember I moved from there when I was a kid.
Okay.
My uncle owns B&J Auto. Shop.
Internet's back up, guys. Internet's back up, so the register's working. So if you need some parts, come on up. All right, guys, let's blow the track off.
I didn't give a damn. Hey, give me like a 1 minute. I have to take a leak.
Go piss by the trailer. Kermit lives.
I'm going to.
All right, guys, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. We need to blow the track off. We're good? All right. You guys can do a couple more laps, and then we'll go at 8 o'clock. So I got word that the track's all right. Yeah, Kermit's going to come. All right, guys, here we go. Race number 1 out of 4 in round number 2. I'm going to need a couple volunteer turn marshals. Guys, going to need a couple volunteer turn marshals, please. Kermit's, All right, I need turn marshals out here, guys. I need turn marshals. We'll see. Steve's out there. I need Luis. Thank you, Luis. All right, my drivers are out here, guys. I need 2 more turn marshals. I need 2 more turn marshals. Thank you, buddy. Yep. Wherever you want to go. I need one more turn marshal. All right, I'm going to call you out by name. Let's do this round. Let's go with Tyler. All right, Kyle Newhouse then. Oh, he's on the track. Oh, boy. Corey, can you turn marshal, please? Thank you, buddy. Right here. Yeah. Thank you, Keith. All right, guys, here we go. Race number 1 out of 4. Mike McFarland does have the early TQ, even though it's not saying it, but here the sheet says it, or with 17 laps. So Mike McFarland, you actually will be going first. All right, stock buggy here. Race number 1 out of 4. Mike McFarland, you're going on the horn in less than 5. Vince. Joey, Kyle, Mike, Kermit, and Sean. And we're off. And right now we got 1 down, 4 minutes to go. Is Joey right now in the lead on the 17.511 pace. Mike McFarland in the second on the 16.5 flat. Kermit Butts in the third on the 16.506. Kyle in the fourth on a 16.518. Now Sean O'Hara in the fourth on the 16.518. Kyle in the fifth, 15.5 flat. Vince in the fifth and Sean O'Hara in the sixth, 3:35 to go. Joey last lap, 18 flat for Joey Andre. Back-to-back 18 flats, 18.066, and then he had 18.073. And right now he's on a 17.511 pace. Kermit Butts in the second on 16.505. Last lap for Kermit, 18.9. Kyle Newhouse in the third, 18.7. He's on a 16.512. Vince McMahon in the fourth, 18.6 for Vince. He's on a 16.515. Mike McFarland now moves up into the fourth. Now back into the fifth, 18.2 for Mike McFarland. Sean O'Hara last lap, 24.1. And we have 2:45 to go. Joey Andre last lap 18.2. Kermit last lap 19.6. Kyle 19 flat. Mike 18.2. Kyle Newhouse with a 18.8 in lap number 8. He's currently right there in the third spot. Vince last lap 19.7. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. Less than 2 to go. 1:45 to go. Hey, Tyler. Do me a favor. Go. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. It's still Joey on a 17.512 pace, Kermit on a 16.508, Vince on a 16.516, Kyle on a 16.518, Mike on a 15.511, and Sean O'Hara on a 14.506. And we got less than one to go. Up next is Indy Stock Buggy. That is Luis Torres, Keith, Ina, and Daniel. Forward 36, 36.939. $17 and $5.16. Right now, Joey Andre is 2 seconds off that TQ. The time to beat is 17 laps and 5:16, set by Mike McFarland in round number 1. Joey Andre right now 1 second off that TQ. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you done. Mike, you're done. Vince, Kyle, you're done. Kermit, you're done. Track is hot. Joey, you're done. And everybody's done. Joey Andre takes the win, 17-5-21. But Michael McFarland still holds the TQ from round number 1 with 17 and 5:16. It's going to look different on the sheets, guys, but that's the time I just added it up. Kermit Butts in the second, 16-5-09. Or Joey Andre, I'm sorry, in the win. Kermit Butts in the second, 16-5-09. Kyle Newhouse in the third, 16-5-13, followed by Vince in the fourth, Mike McFarland in the fifth, and Sean O'Hara in the sixth. Okay.
No, next week.
Pop out, right? Oh, no. Yes, they do pop out, but not like that. Well, how are they gonna pop out? Let me show you. I've got to put it on the table, on just the corner of it.
Hey, Mike, did you hear me? That you actually got the TQ 17-5-16? Okay. It doesn't show it on the sheet like that, but I edited it up.
Yes. But it's got to go through when they pull back, right?
Hey, Tyler.
Pop out reverse, and then you'll put it back in and you get it soldered. How does that make that reverse?
Should be going down the other way, too.
No. Yeah, it has to be.
When you plug it in, okay, listen to me. Hold on. Okay, when you plug it in, wouldn't they push back out then?
Can you throw these back up, please?
Well, there's a plug, it's captured in there. So
All right, his TQ's on the bottom of the sheet.
you can't push it in that way. It's got to come out that way and then back in that way. Because when you push it back in that way, it locks itself in.
So how is it now then?
Thank you, Tyler. Let's see, I need one more turn, Marshall. There you go. Thank you, Tyler. All right, can we get him checked in, guys? Luis, can you get him checked in? Check it in. Who was that? All right, that's Luis. There we go. And then Joey. There we go. All right, guys, bring him on up. Bring him on up. All right, independent stock buggy. Time to beat is 14.501, set by Ina Ganic in round number 1. That is the time to beat. Stop. Daniel, bring it back. Bring it back, Daniel. All right, Daniel, you're okay. All right, guys, here we go. Race number 2 out of 4, round number 2. Remember, time to beat is 14.501, set by Ina. Ina, you're going on the horn. Any less than 5. Luis. Keith. Daniel. And we're off. Race number 2 out of 4. Remember, time to beat 14.501. They're already out there. All right, caution going over the first double here. All right, we're clear. And right now we're coming up on that 1 down, 4 minutes to go. There it is, 4 minutes to go. Luis Torres right now, your leader on a 15.5 flat pace. He is right now 1 lap ahead of the TQ. Ina Ganic on a 14.5 flat. Ina right now 1 second above her TQ from round 1. Keith in the third on a 13.510. Daniel Falcone 11.520. Ina Ganic now is your leader on a 14.5 flat. Luis in the second on 14.509. Luis 9 seconds off the leader. Keith in the third, 9 seconds back off a second behind Luis. Ina last lap 19.9. Luis 26.2. Keith 20.5 and Daniel 31.3. And right now, Luis Torres is 1 lap off the leader. Ina right now on a 15-lap, 5:14 pace. And Luis with a 19.7 new fast lap in this race. That's coming at lap number 5. Less than 3 to go. .230 on the clock, 2:30 to go. Ina Ganic still last lap, 23.6. Luis 20.1. Keith 20.4. And Daniel now on a 10-lap 5:20 pace. Take it easy, Daniel. And Daniel Falcone with 23.4 that last lap. New fast lap for Daniel Falcone. And right now we got less than 2 to go. Up next, race number 3, stock truck. You guys are up next. And Daniel right there with a 24.3 that last lap. So a 23 lap and then a 24 lap. 24-second lap. Luis, your leader now. Ina Ganic in a second. Luis right now 1 second off that TQ. He's on a 14.502 pace. Ina on a 14.507. Keith in the third on a 14.522. And Daniel on 11 lap 5:16 pace. And his last lap around was a 25.5. And Luis Torres right now 1 second ahead of the TQ on a 14 lap 5 flat pace. And it looks like Daniel is out. And right now we got less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. Luis last lap 21.6. Ina 22.9. Keith 20.6. And Ina right now 6 seconds off that leader. Keith 10 seconds off a second behind Ina. $30 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're buying it right now, the whole battery.
And Louise 19.6, Ina 19.4. 5 seconds to go. And Keith 20.4. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Luis, you're done. Ina, you're done. And everybody's done. Luis Torres takes the victory, sets the new TQ, 14.5 flat. Ina, 14.505, and Keith, 14.517. All right, that is it for race number 2. All right. Arnell is volunteering for Daniel. Luis will be coming out. And Keith, I'll need a volunteer term marshal. Guys, I need one volunteer for Ina. All right, I heard Joey. All right, cool.
Shit in front of me, so I gotta make concessions.
Okay. You got any more of those high C punch things?
I do, but it's mine. It's sugar free.
Oh.
Thanks. You got a basket here, do a bag.
You offered me one earlier.
What is it? That bag, Here.
Not bad. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I guess it dropped the firmware, so once I was able to get online, I was able to reflash it, and then I just updated it while I was on there.
You're
It works,
disgusting. You reflash your speaker.
Awesome.
So now you'll make the main. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, let's slow them down. Let's slow them up. Let's bring them on up. All right, Mike TQ, so he's the one going first.
Hi. Oh, what happened? 3 little beans?
All right, guys, here we go. Race number 3 out of 4. Stock truck, round number 2. Time to beat 16.520, set by Mike McFarland in round 1. So that's the time to beat. Mike McFarland, you are going on the horn in less than 5.
Okay, I'll swap it up. That's right.
Vince,
Just because he hates you now, I don't want to hear it.
Kyle, Tyler, Sean, Ina, and we're off. Race number 3 out of 4. Remember, time to beat 16:5:20.
So, $5.99.
And right now we got less than 4 to go. 1 down, less than 4 to go. Mike McFarland right now in the lead. 10 seconds ahead is TQ from round 1. 16:5:10. Vince 16:5:12. Vince right now 2 seconds off that leader. Kyle Newhouse in the third on a 14:5 flat. And now Tyler in the fifth. Sean O'Hara in the fourth on a 14:5:05. Now Sean back in the fifth. Ian Ganick in the sixth on 11:5 flat. 3:30 to go. Mike McFarland last lap 19.6. Vince last lap 19.6. Kyle 20.6. Tyler 25.4. Sean O'Hara 25.9. And Ina 26.4. Tyler, new fast lap 20.1 in lap number 4. Vince McMahon now is your leader on a 16:5:12 pace, and he is 8 seconds ahead of the TQ. Mike McFarland right now 6 seconds off that leader. Kyle Newhouse on a 15:5:15. And right now we got less than 3 to go. .230 on the clock, 2:30 to go. Vince McMahon still is your leader on a 16:5:12 pace. Mike on a 15:5:01. Kyle Newhouse in the third on a 15:5, now a 14:5:03. And Mike McFarland, new fast lap in this race with an 18:9. That is the fastest lap in this race so far. Mike McFarland right now is 7 seconds off that leader. He's on a 16:5:19. And right now we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go. Up next will be race number 4. That's four-wheel drive buggy. That will be Corey Ferguson, Joey Andre, Luis Torres, and Steve Marine. You guys are up next. So Vince, last lap 20.3, Mike 18.9, Kyle 22.8, Tyler 21.1, Sean O'Hara 21.9, and Ina Ganick 22 flat. That is the running order. Both Vince and Mike McFarland right now on a 16-lap pace. Mike right now 3 seconds off the leader. Both Vince and Mike are ahead of the TQ. And right now we're getting closer to that 1-minute mark. 1 minute to go. The battle for the TQ. And Vince McMahon 18.7, but now in the second spot. He is right now 2 seconds off the leader. Mike McFarland on a 16.5:14. Vince on a 16.5:16. And Vince right now back up into the lead. That might hurt him right there with that crash. Well, let's see what happens when he crosses. And he's still your leader with a 15.5 flat pace, but he is off that TQ pace. 5 seconds to go. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. He is now back in TQ contention right now. Mike McFarland, you're done. Kyle Newhouse, you're done. Ina, you're done. Vince, you're done. Sean, you're done. And waiting for Tyler. Track's hot, guys. Track's hot. Ooh. Tyler, everybody is done. Vince McMahon takes the victory and sets new TQ by 1 second. 16 and 519. Mike 15-508. Kyle 14-505. Tyler 14-524. Ina 13-5 flat. And Sean 13-510. All right, guys, that is it for race number 3. And right now we're at race number 4, last race of the first round. Oh, the second round. Man, I gotta pee again. Oh my God. All right. I need one more turn, Marshall. All right, guys, let's get him gridded up. All right, Joey, I need you to check in. All right, who was ready to see? Ina's out there. Kyle. Vince. Where's Tyler? Come on, guys, I need Tyler or Mike McFarland. I need one of you two. All right, Luis, check in. Thank you. All right, guys, here we go. Four-wheel drive buggy, race number 4 out of 4. Time to beat is 16:5:14, set by Joey in round number 1. That is time to beat. Joey Andre, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Luis. Steve. Corey. And we're off. Race number 4 out of 4, last race of the first round. As soon as you guys put a couple laps down, I'll go in the race order. And right now we got one down, less than 4 to go. It's Luis Torres. Right now you're a leader on a 16.519 pace. Luis right now 5 seconds off that TQ. Corey Ferguson in the second on the 15.501. Joey Andre in the third on the 13.503. Steve Marine in the fourth on the 12.520. Luis Torres last lap 19.7. Corey 19.3. Joey 23.7 and Steve 21.3. 3:30 on the clock. And it looks like Joey might be out. He's back in. And now we'll move Steve Marine up into the third spot. Steve last lap 22.7 right now currently running in third. Luis Torres new fast lap 19.3 in lap number 5. Corey Ferguson your leader 15.502. 19.6 for Corey Ferguson in lap number 5. And right, we got less than 3 to go. And looks like Joey is out. Corey last lap 22.4, Luis 24.4, and Steve Marine in the third 20.4, 2:30 on the clock. Corey on a 15.508 pace, Luis 15.518, and Steve 13.5 flat. And right now, your top two, Corey and Luis, are 1 lap off that TQ. And right now, we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. Two minutes to go. You want this one? And right now we're at that 1-minute mark. No, it's And right now we're still, with 25 seconds to go, it's still Corey in your lead, Luis Torres in the second, and Steve in the third. Corey last lap 19.2, Luis 19.1, and Steve 19.8. Corey Ferguson with an 18.7 though. That's his fast lap in this race. There's still 1 lap off that TQ. 5 seconds. And the race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Luis, you're done. Corey, you're done. Track is hot. Track is hot. And Steve, everybody's done. Corey Ferguson takes victory. 15.5 flat. He had an 18.7 that last lap. Luis Torres in the second, 15.508. Steve Marine, 14.512. Joey Andre still holds the TQ from round 1 with 16 and 5.14. Good race, guys. All right, guys, that is it for second round. And we'll be going at 9 o'clock, so I'll give you a 25-minute intermission. I'm going to set up the mains right now. Track is open for practice. Can someone grab these sheets? Hold on 1 second. Okay. Race order, stock buggy.
Gotta have a decent, yeah, 6 spark plugs. Yeah. It's probably got 3.0 in it. Or it might have a 4.0 in it. Huh? Yeah, what's it say up there? I think it says 4.0 on it. Which is big for 6. Hobby shop is closed.
All right. All right, guys, let's blow the track off. We're going to go in the mains. Think so? All right, everybody's saying we don't need to blow it off.
Where you going, Carl? What's he doing? He's not blowing it, is he?
All right, guys, here we go. Stock buggy. You guys can start bringing them on out. And turn marshals, I need 2 volunteers. And Luis and Steve. And 2 volunteers, please. All right, 1, thank you.
Thanks, man. I'm racing it. Good to see you, boss.
You racing?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Should have went to work, and I got other stuff to do.
All right, Sean.
Oh, man, we'll see you Saturday.
Sorry, but
Okay.
Yeah, see you later.
thanks for having me.
I hate seeing you leave.
All right. Corey's making it out. I need 2 more turn marshals, guys. Let's see, Louise, I need you out here. And I need 1 more. 1 more turn marshal. My drivers are checked in. My drivers are checked in. All right, I'm going to call your name. Tyler, I need you. Thank you. All right, guys, slow him up. Slow him up. Let's bring him on up. All right, guys, here we go. With a qualifying time of 17 laps and 5:16 in round number 1, that's going to be Mike McFarland. In the second spot, it's going to be Joey. In the third, Vince. In the fourth, Kermit. In the fifth, Kyle. In the sixth, in the sixth, Corey. There we go. We're all lined up perfect. All right, guys, Tyler, somebody. I need somebody, turn marshal, guys. I need another volunteer turn marshal. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it. Don't worry, guys. All right. Stock buggy, here we go. Let's see if Mike McFarland can take the TQ and win. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Race number 1 in our mains. And there's your leader right there going over the double. Let's see what happens here. This should be a good one right here. And there's your leader. You almost try. Oh, and Mintz up into the wall. And that will move up. Kermit Butts into the second. And Joey all the way down into last. He said, that's all right. Kermit Butts is your leader. Vince McMahon in the second. Vince there and Kyle Newhouse in the third. Look at this race right here. Mike McFarland down in the fifth. And there's your leader right there coming down the front straight. And right now we got 1 down, less than 4 to go. .345 on the clock, 3:45 to go. And here's your leader right here. That is Kermit Butts and Vince McMahon in the second. Corey Ferguson in the third. Corey in the yellow in that third spot. Vince McMahon in the red with the checkerboard. And your leader right there in the black and green, or the white or silver and green, I'm sorry. And there they come, 1, 2, and 3 down the front straight. And Mike McFarland right there in the fourth. and Joey Andre in the 5th, Kyle Newhouse in the 6th. Coming up on that 3-minute mark. And what do we have here? We have a lead change. Vince McMahon moves up into the lead. Corey Fergus there right behind him. Kermit Butts right behind Corey. So right there, we got a battle right there for the win. For the lead, I'm sorry. Oh, a caution going down the front straight. Caution going down the front straight. And we're clear. It is Vince McMahon, Corey Ferguson, and Kermit Butts. Mike McFarlane there now. Oh, Mike McFarlane trying to move up into the 3rd, and he does. Mike now up in the 3rd. Corey Ferguson down in the 4th. And this is a tight one right here. Vince McMahon still lead him on with 2:15 to go. Kermit Butts in the 2nd, and Mike now is right behind Kermit Butts trying to get up in the 2nd. And right now we got less than 2 to go. Mike McFarlane right there, roll over Kermit Butts trying to get up in the 2nd now and trying to get to the lead. Vince right there now coming down the front straight, your leader. And look at this, Kermit and Mike. One mistake right here, we will have and Kermit right there now falls back down in the 3rd. So that gives Mike McFarlane right there a shot now to catch Vince McMahon to try to get that TQ and win. And Mike McFarlane there right behind him. 1:20 to go. He is now right behind Vince McMahon. And there they come, 1 and 2 down the front straight. Oh, and Mike got a little swirly there, right there, so that gives Vince just that little bit more of a breathing room. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. Up next is Independent Stock Buggy. Vince right now holding, and he traction rolled upside down into the wall, but he went right back on all 4 tires. So now that gives Kermit Butts now a chance to get right behind him to get up into 2nd. And Corey Ferguson, or Joey Andre right there in the 4th spot. Corey down in the 6th. 25 seconds to go. And there's your leader right there. That is Vince McMahon. Caution going in the turn. And we're clear. Oh, and that got right there. They got tangled up. And race is over. When you cross, you're done. Joey's done taking the 4th spot. And there he is going to come around, coming down the straight. He is going to take the win. Vince McMahon taking the win in Stock Buggy. And Kermit Butts taking the 2nd, Mike McFarlane taking 3rd, Joey taking the 4th, Corey 5th, and Kyle 6th. Good race. That is it for Stock Buggy. Vince McMahon taking the victory. All right, Independent Stock Buggy, Luis Torres, Ina Ganick, Keith Shivers, and Daniel Falcone. right, just waiting for Daniel Falcone to check in, waiting for turn marshals to get out here. All right, turn marshals, let's see. Joey's out there. Kyle. All right, guys, let's get him gridded up. All right, Corey's out there. All right, so we got 4. All right, guys, here we go. All right, let's get him gridded up, guys. In that very first spot today with a qualifying time of 14 laps and 5 flat in round number 2, Luis Torres. In the second spot, it's going to be Ian Aganek. In the third, it's going to be Keith. And in that final spot, it's going to be Daniel Falcone. All right, guys, here we go. Race number 2 out of 4. Let's see if Luis Torres can take the TQ and win. All right, everybody, here we go. On the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Race number 2 out of 4. And Luis right there, lead him on. Ian Aganek right there. In the second. Oh, we got him tangled up right there. And Keith still right there in that third spot. And Daniel Falcone right there, right behind Keith, trying to get up in the third. Daniel Falcone's first time running independent stock buggy. And there's your leader right there coming down the front straight. And Ian Aganek right there in the second spot right behind him. And there's Keith in that third spot right there, right coming down the front straight, crossing that line. Coming up on that 1 down, 4 to go. And Ina right now trying to catch him. Ina right there, right behind Luis Torres. Right there, we have a battle right there for the lead. And then it come, Luis and Ina down the front straight. Caution going in the first turn here. And we're clear. .325 to go. And your leader upside down. Ian Aganek now moves up into the lead. And there she comes. Caution down the front straight. Caution in the front straight. Daniel, next time that happens, you got to wait, buddy. .245 to go. Ian Aganek right now is right there, your leader in the front straight, crossing the line. And right now, Ian Aganek with a 12-second lead over Luis Torres, he was almost upside down, and he is now out of it. 2:15 to go. There's your leader. And there she is, about to come down that front straight in that white and pink. White and purple. Less than 2 to go. Up next is Stock Truck. 2:25 to go. It's still Ina, Louise, Keith, and Daniel. And there she is right there, going to cross the line. Ina Ganick. She was battling Louise Torres for those TQ in the first and second qualifier. And right now we got less than 1 to go. Last minute in this race. Luis Torres TQ'd in round 2. Ina in round 1. "30 seconds to go." "15 seconds. And this will be Ina's last lap, Daniel's last lap, and Luis' last lap. Anything can happen. Let's see what happens. Oh, and Ina crashes right there. And the race is over when you cross your Don. Keith Dunn taking the third. And there she is coming down the front straight. Ina Ganick taking the victory. Daniel Falcone in the fourth. And track is hot, track is hot. And Luis Torres going to take the second. Good race, guys. Ina Ganick taking the victory. Luis Torres second. Keith in the third. Daniel Falcone in the fourth. Everything's all blacked out now. That's sweet. How much? Someone's gonna take pictures with somebody else. My phone's dead. It's like 3%. All right, let's see. Arnell's doing it for Daniel. Huh? You got Ina? Thank you. And just waiting for Luis and Keith. There they go. Is Tyler going to make it this race? There we go. Everybody's checked in. All right, my drivers are checked in. Luis, just waiting for you to get out here. All right, while we're waiting for Luis to get out here, let's get him gridded up, guys. In that very first spot today with a qualifying time of 16 and 5:19 in round number 2, Vince McMahon. In the second, it's going to be Mike McFarland. In the third, it's going to be Kyle Newhouse. In the fourth, it's going to be Tyler Newhouse. And in that final spot, it's going to be Ina Ganick. All right, looks like we're ready to rock. All right, let's see if Vince McMahon can pull the TQ and win today. You already pulled the win in stock buggy. So let's see if he can pull the win also in stock truck and the TQ. All right, here we go. Stock truck, everyone on the horn. Less than 5. And we're off. And it should be a battle right here. And Vince McMahon in the red with the checkerboard, Mike McFarland in the white, and Kyle Newhouse in, looks like the pink and black, and Tyler in that bluish. And there's your two leaders right there. Now they battle it out right there. There they come down the front straight. Mike McFarland all over Vince McMahon. Vince right there, your leader. Also the TQ holder from round number 2. Mike McFarland all over Vince McMahon. Try to take the inside. Vince closes it off. And there they come. 1 and 2 down the front straight. 1 down, 4 to go. Oh, and Vince upside down, and Mike waited for him. Good driving etiquette right there. And there they come, 1 and 2. Vince and Mike down that front straight, crossing the line. And Mike took the lead right there, took the inside. Vince McMahon down in the second, 3:30 on the clock. Oh, and Mike on the pipe. Oh, and your leader upside down. And Mike McFarland now still your leader. Vince right there in the second there, right behind him. This is going to be a race all the way to the finish. Tyler in the third. And Tyler now catching. Tyler there, right behind the pack. Tyler right behind Vince McMahon. Vince right behind Mike. And right now we got 2 down, less than 3 to go. And there they come, 1 and 2, right down the front straight, crossing the line. And right now, Vince McMahon about 4 seconds back off the leader. And Mike looks like now starting to pull away a little bit. 2:35 to go. And there he is down the front straight. And there comes Vince right now down the front straight. 2:30 on the clock. Oh, no. Vince having a little bit of trouble on that tabletop right there, and that will give Mike McFarland some breathing room. And there he is down the front straight, less than 2 to go. Up next, last class, 4-wheel drive in less than 2 minutes. So it is Mike McFarland, Vince McMahon, Tyler Newhouse in the third, Ina Gannick in the fourth, and Kyle in the fifth. We have no battle right now for position. Vince right now 10 seconds off that leader. And right now we're getting closer to that 1 minute mark. And right now we got less than 1 to go, It is Mike McFarland, Vince McMahon, and Tyler Newhouse. That is the running order. .30 seconds on the clock. Ina Gannick now starting to catch for the third spot. 20 seconds to go. We do have a battle now between Tyler and Ina for the third. And Ina now coming up right behind Tyler Newhouse. 10 seconds to go. Oh, and Ina upside down. And the race is over. Oh, and your leader's upside down. Leader upside down. And let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, my God. Vince and Mike McFarland takes the win. Vince McMahon taking the second. And Tyler Newhouse taking the third. That was dangerous right there. Oh, my God. Wow. Crashes on the straight. Wow, that was good. All right, guys, what we're going to do today after this last race, and we're going to take the pictures. We don't have any medallions or ribbons. We're going to hold your name, and we'll give them out. They're on their way, so they'll be here next week. We do apologize for that. So we're just going to take the pictures. And all right, four-wheel drive, you guys are up. All right, so Vince is out there. Ina and Mike. And, all right, everybody's out here. All right, everybody's checked in. All right, let's gonna get them gridded up now. All right, guys. Here we go. Race number 4 in our mains. This is open four-wheel drive buggy. Taking that very first spot today, 16 laps in 5:14 in round number 1, Joey Andre.
Salesman of the Month, Red Bull Salesman of the Month.
Just waiting for you, Joey, to get to that front line.
They gave him a $250 Visa gift card. And then he won
There we go.
Salesman of the Year.
In the second spot, it's going to be Corey Ferguson. In the third, it's going to be Luis Torres. In the fourth, it's going to be Steve Marine. All right, guys. Here we go. Last race of Thursday Night Thunder. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Joey can TQ and win. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. And there they come, all 4 of them right down that front straight. It is Joey Andre right there in your leader in that silver. Corey Ferguson in the blue. Luis Torres in the pink. And Steve Marine in the white and blue, white and red. Blue, white, and red, white, and blue. There's Joey right there down. He's leading them on. Luis Torres moves up into the second, and Corey Ferguson, and now Corey back up in the second. And Steve Marine now moves up into the third. Luis down in the fourth. And caution right there going in. And right now we got one down, less than 4 to go. It is Corey Ferguson, your leader. Joey Andre in the second. Steve Marine in the third. Luis in the fourth. There's Corey Ferguson right there, lead him on. Steve Marine right there in the second, and Joey in the third. Joey there right behind him. Oh, and Joey now moves back up in the second. Steve Marine in the third, Luis in the fourth. 3:20 to go. Oh, and your leader was upside down there for a second, and he got out of it. And right now we've got 2 down, 3 to go. Oh, and your leader went upside down. Joey now upside down. And Luis Torres now moves up into the second. And Steve Marine in the third, Joey down in the fourth. Now, and here's your leader right there across the line. That is Corey Ferguson. And Steve Marine right there coming up right behind Luis Torres, trying to get up into that second spot. Corey Ferguson pulling away almost in cruise control. 2:15 to go. And right now we got less than 2 to go, less than 2 to go. Oh, it looks like Corey is going to have to pull it off. And that will move up Luis Torres into the lead. Steve Marine into the second and Joey into the third. 1:20 to go. The leader had to pull it off. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. One minute to go, guys. Less than 1 to go. It's Louise right there across the line, your leader, and Steve Marine right there in second. Ten seconds. Race is over. Joey, you're done taking the third. And then they come down the front street. We'll see what happens. Oh, and Louise taking the win, and Steve Marine will be taking the second. And that is it, guys. Good race. Louise taking the win, Steve taking the second, and Joey taking the third. All right, guys, everybody, thank you for coming out. See you Saturday. We're going to do the pictures now.
No awards?
No, we don't
No.
have any. Tell them we'll have them next week. Okay. We'll write their name down. We'll give them to them next week.
All right, guys. Stock Buggy, Vince McMahon, Kermit, and Mike McFarland, come on out. I don't know, Kermit, yet. I don't know. Somebody take the picture, please. All right, taking the win is going to be Vince McMahon, Kermit Butts in the second, and Mike McFarland in the third. Indy Stock Buggy, Ina Ganick, Luis Torres, and Keith. Pull them on up. Ina Ganick taking the victory, Luis taking TQ and win, and Keith taking third. Stock Truck, Mike McFarland, Vince, and Tyler Newhouse. Bring them up to the podium. Ina, you want the sheet? All right. Mike McFarland taking the win, Vince McMahon taking TQ in second, and Tyler taking third.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And four-wheel drive, Luis, Steve, and Joey. Bring them up to the podium. All right, Luis taking the win, Steve Marine taking second, and Joey taking TQ in third. All right, guys, you have a good night. See you Saturday.
I'll be here.
Those all the banditos that you had?
Oh no.